Well. Cris Cyborg has yet another hater, which, she's got plenty of them, that, decides to, throw shade. Here's one more. This one you see on the screen decides to throw some slight shade at Cris Cyborg. But you and I know that if this woman stood face to face in the same arena with Cris Cyborg, she would have nothing to say. Her mouth would be completely closed. Because her mouth would get shut just like everybody else that got something smart to say. Stay tuned. All right. LDBC. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. Okay, guys. So Michelle Waterson, she came out and gave a report, and she gave an interview, and she said basically, I think there are more atomweight fighters than there are fighters in Cris Cyborg's weight class. They have a weight class for her, Waterson said. 100% it should happen, and it eventually will. Well, we can see that, of course, the hate is real. Okay, we see the hate is real. Now, I do agree with Waterson that the atomweight division has to happen, okay? Why the hell does she care? Listen, let's just be real about Michelle Waterson, okay? I'm going to be real, okay? And biased. But let's just be real. Why do you think Michelle Waterson would actually make that comment? Why do y'all think, okay? See, here go my thing. Michelle Waterson done already said in the past that I don't have any more plans of dropping back down to atomweight. So why the hell do you care? Why do you care? Okay, is it because you're looking after the legacy of the sport? Is that what you're doing? Well, okay, if Michelle Waterson is so worried about the legacy of the sport, then why won't Michelle Waterson say that they need to go ahead and bring in more featherweights into the division that Cris Cyborg's in? How you going to explain that? Why don't Michelle Waterson ever say that? Why don't she bring that up? Nah, she's not going to say that because Michelle Waterson is a focused hater. She's a hater. Why not, Michelle? Why not bring up, okay, and listen to me, why not even mention the fact that there needs to be more women in Chris's weight class? And also, Michelle made the comment, she also said that, the fighters, some of the fighters are more skillful, which I disagree with that. All the featherweights that you have in the world, first of all, how do you know that they're more, now, if we're talking about within the UFC, then, yeah, you know what, yeah, there are not a lot of fighters in the UFC that are featherweights because the UFC has neglected to bring these fighters in. And they're not going to build a division around Cris Cyborg. That's a lie. Matter of fact, Cris Cyborg's first two fights in the UFC, she fought at a catchweight of 140. And only then when Cris Cyborg had to go to the hospital for getting down to 140 and damn near killed herself, then they said, oh, yep, let's go ahead and make this weight division. Let's go ahead and make the weight division. A weight division, in fact, that she never even got to fight for the inaugural title. Because over a technicality, over a damn water pill, that everybody and their mama knew that the woman wasn't cheating, okay? So now here lies Michelle Waterson, another hater. Yeah, you know why they make divisions for people like Cris Cyborg, since you say because she putting asses in seats. Okay, that's what Cris is doing. See, Cris is right now, presently, in this era of mixed martial arts, she's the highest paid woman that fights in the octagon. She's the highest paid woman. Are you, Michelle? Are you the highest paid woman? Matter of fact, since we're talking about skill, Michelle Waterson, let's talk about, your resume. Yeah, you want to talk about that. Every time you fight a high skill level strawweight, you get your ass whooped. That's real talk. I mean, let's really think about some of the high level skill fighters that you fought, okay? And some of them wasn't even high skill level, okay? I mean, what? Your claim to fame in the UFC, you beat Angela Magana when you first got into the UFC. Okay, whoa, Angela Magana, wow. That's some victory. You beat Paige Van Hyte, okay? Okay, so you beating the people easily, the people that don't even have skill set like that. You beating them. But then what happened when you got the Rose Namajunas? You got rear naked choked to sleep. You got that RNC girl, you couldn't get out of there. What happened when you fought Tisha Torres? You got the hell beat out of you. Tisha Torres whooped that ass. And you fought Courtney Casey, who that fight went down to the wire. I still think Michelle Waterson won that fight convincingly. I think she won that fight convincingly, but there were times in the fight where she struggled against a limited Courtney Casey. So now, here, I present this to y'all. Okay, I present it to y'all. What is Michelle going to do? I mean, Michelle, are you going down to atomweight? Because it seemed like you would do that if you had a personal interest. Your ass not worried about the development of an atomweight division and knowing that you don't even fight in that division. You're not worried about that. The only reason why you be worried about that is if you're going into the division yourself. That's why. Okay? And of course, who to throw shade on? Throw shade on Cris Cyborg. Tell you what, Cris Cyborg, her resume trumps yours. Look, the people that she's beaten, I guarantee you, pound for pound, there's nobody on her resume that you could even think to beat. You know why, Michelle Waterson? Because you're limited. See, when it comes to the opposition of weight, you're limited. And definitely when you deal with people with better skill set to you or equal to you, you lose those fights. That's a fact. That's a straight up fact. You got beat by people whose skill sets, they're high level. You can't win. That's your Achilles heel. That's why you need an atomweight division. You need a division. Staying in strawweight not going to help you. But see, Michelle Waterson done already indicated that she don't really have any interest of going back down to the atomweight division. She's already said that. How you going to explain this? It's not because you worried about the so-called legacy of the sport. Because if you did, you would have came out and said, well, look, there need to be more featherweights in Cris Cyborg division. See, y'all see how this stuff goes, man? Do you see how I come up on these videos and I just debunk these hating ass other athletes that's hating on it? Go on and keep hating. You can hate all you want, Michelle Waterson. It won't matter. Cris Cyborg still a draw. And I don't even want to hear that there are more skillful, 105ers than there are featherweight. Nah, I ain't trying to hear that. That's a lie. You got a lot of skilled featherweights that, and if you even, you could have used Google and found all the top featherweights in the world. But, you just make an idiotic blanket statement that come out of the side of your mouth, and then that's what it is. Okay? You make an idiotic statement. I wonder if Michelle Waterson can name right now at the top of her head 10 top featherweights. She probably can't. She probably can't. I guarantee you, if I asked her name 10 top featherweights, I know she couldn't. She probably could after watching this video. She probably could, because then she'd have time to go look them up. She couldn't tell me who an Amber Liebrick is. Okay, she couldn't tell me. She could never tell me who that is and why she's so tough. Nah, she can't tell me about Gabby Holloway. She can't do that. Nah, of course not. Nah. She can't tell me about the legend of Marloes Conan. She probably know Marloes Conan. She probably know Marloes. She probably know Julia Budd. But then do she know some of the other killers that's down there? She can't tell me about a Kavanaugh. She can't tell me about them. You know why? Because Michelle Waterson is as ignorant as her statement. Honestly, if you really want to go ahead and go into this, Michelle Waterson, look at your resume. Look at your resume, okay? And there's some atomweights right now who I think will beat you if you drop down to that division. You ain't gonna dominate that division. You definitely not gonna dominate that division. I tell you what, wait till I do my atomweight list. And I guarantee you, I got my top 10 atomweights, and I guarantee you there's at least 3 of those atomweights right now who could beat Michelle Waterson. Because they got the skill set. They got the skills to pay the bills. How about this, Michelle Waterson? Why don't you worry about yourself? Why don't you worry about the next strawweight that's coming? Because they're going to give you a privileged ranking. They're going to move you up in the rankings anyway. For beating Courtney Casey. And no disrespect to Courtney Casey, but Courtney Casey is limited in her skill set. But they're going to move her up. Why? Because they look at your face. Girl, you much known for your face and you showing your naked ass than actually being a good fighter. Coach Shelton Harrison. There's no comparison. I'm done. Subscribe to the best real women's MMA platform on YouTube.